All right, hello everyone, Krydax here, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. In our last episode, we got home base discovered. We've got a couple quests done already. We're going to be working more on the quest book today, hopefully getting some Tinker's tools. And I also wanted to walk through, in the last episode, I did not do a great job of knowing how to use the Autocrafting system. So I want to walk through how to set that up from the start, all at one time. And that way, you guys kind of have a cohesive guide on it. I edited out most of that because we were struggling on stream for a long time. So let's kind of walk through how do you set up auto crafting for items such that you can do one click and then it will make you the item. And it's that easy. You don't have to craft anything along the chain. You can just start with logs and end up with something like a wooden pickaxe. And obviously you can go way more complex than a wooden pickaxe, but this will suffice for our example. So let's start from the beginning here. One thing to note is that in NEI, you can you can mark them. What's the official word? Bookmark. You can bookmark them with A, and that will put them over here. And in the previous versions, you could click and drag this line over to the side, and you could group things together. And then this, I forget what clicking on this does exactly. It's important at some point, but I don't think it'll matter here. So when you make a group of stuff, you know, it's just a handy way to stay organized. But when the items you have use a recipe, what you can do is you can actually add the recipe itself. So if I do A on that, it'll actually bookmark the recipe. Do you see the difference? Here, it actually pulls up the recipe, and then if you were to be in a crafting table and click it, it would take you straight there. Whereas if you click this one, it doesn't take you to necessarily the recipe, it takes you to that item, which may have different things going on. So that's kind of my tip in the first place, is if you have a common recipe, you can bookmark it from this page itself. So for something like, you know, an iron ingot, let's say you had a certain way, like if you wanted to bookmark this smelting recipe, then rather than taking you to this page, it will take you straight to that smelting page. So that's thing number one about bookmarks. Then what you can do, and what you could do in the previous update, is you can actually chain, let me remove all these, you can actually chain together things. So if you wanted to say, you know, I need iron ingots, well, what's a good example of a chain is actually probably sticks. You know, sticks are a good two-step example. So you've got your wood stick, and we'll talk about favorites here in a second, but you've got your wood stick, and that needs planks, and planks need logs. So what you could do in the old update is you would hold shift and hit A, and it would add in kind of the combo. Like, it knows that the sticks need the planks, and then you could click on the planks, and then you could add the recipe you want for that, which would maybe be birch planks from birch logs. And then you could drag that down, you left click and drag, and then you right click it to turn it into green. And now it sees it as a crafting chain. And this was all possible in 2.7 or 2.6 even, which was the last one I played. And then you can control scroll this, and you can see that it basically was a calculator. So this would calculate the total amount of logs you needed to make a certain amount of sticks. Obviously, if you've got 5 steps of crafting and multiple ingredients along the way, that becomes really helpful. But now there's even a larger functionality where you can now use this group to auto-craft. And Shift-C is the default hotkey, and if you have enough birch logs in your inventory, so let's make this smaller, let's say 6. If I hold Shift-C, or if I hold Shift and press C, boom, it auto-crafts all of that. So that's the auto-crafting system, coupled with the crafting chain system, which the crafting chain system already existed. I think it was improved a little bit, but it did already exist. And then the other thing they've added on top of the auto-crafting, being able to craft a chain, is the favorites system. Now, the favorites are interesting. What it will do is for each item, you can favorite a way to make that item in NEI. So what am I trying to do? So like a way to make birch planks, when you're looking in NEI, you can favorite this recipe, and apparently you can favorite multiples. I thought you could only favorite one per item, but that might not be true. I'm not exactly certain, or it might just pick a random one. I'm actually curious if you favorite both. We'll get to that in a second. But anyway, if we favorite birch logs to birch planks, and then we favorite sticks from planks, it should... Oops. What am I doing? Wait, where did... Sticks from planks. I don't know if it matters which plank it's from. The Ore Dictionary stuff is a little weird. I'm still not totally clear on the Ore Dictionary piece. But what you can do is now, so let's remove this with A and Shift A. If I wanted to just make the whole crafting chain for sticks, I hold Control Shift and hit A. That didn't work. Okay, everything was working fine. I just didn't favorite this. We need to favorite the birch planks from birch logs. You can look at your favorites by typing %favorites, by the way. And you can see here all the different things you favorited. So now we've got that one and that one. And now we should be able to get this going. So now if I do stick, and we'll try it and see if the Ore Dictionary doesn't care. Oh, interesting. It's like locked into the favorite here. But that one doesn't show as favorite. This is weird. The Ore Dictionary thing is weird. But anyway, if you Shift A here, boom, you see it adds the whole crafting chain. So that's the idea, is you favorite the recipes you want along the way, you Shift A on the favorite, and then it can add the whole crafting chain. So like here, we're missing one of the tools, the hoe. So if we look at the wooden hoe, and then we want to create the crafting chain for it, Shift A, boom. Now we have the whole crafting chain from birch logs. And I don't know why the order is a little weird here. But it knows what to do. You can see that it's making the extra. So if I need an extra wooden hoe, then I can just Shift C over here, and boom, wooden hoe. So there you go. That is how you use Autocrafting. I hope that was helpful. What's the IP address of the server you're on? Localhost. That's the IP address. This is not, I'm not playing multiplayer. All right, now, on to the quest book. Oh yeah, I'm putting all my tools in here. Yeah, it's a little tricky, but once you get it, and even I obviously even struggled a little bit with it today, but once you get it, it's really not too bad. And why are some of these... Oh, it doesn't expand. If you alt-click, it actually closes it down, and like it won't open when you left-click. That's handy. So alt-click kind of collapses it. So now I just have these handy crafting things that I can grab. See, there's still something weird going on here with like the Ore Dictionary stuff versus not, but it's definitely a long-term investment. The more you learn, the more it'll be easier later, but it does take a little while to figure out. But it's so useful. I mean, I think you guys can understand that, like, being able to make... Whoa, we got Haste 3? Look at that. You know, being able to make, like, stuff like LV circuits with one click, as long as you have all the raw materials, is so huge. I just can't wait. It's only going to get more and more useful. You know, being able to go from gravel to having a mortar and pestle in one click. Stuff like that. Like, if I have the logs, I can literally just go over here and be like, I need a new axe. Boom. And then if you want multiple axes, you can scroll up here and be like, I want 2 axes. Boom. And it'll craft to 2 axes. Okay, so today we're going to be working towards Questbook Advancement and Tinker's Tools. We left some notes for ourselves. Whoa, look at all those. All those saplings. So our last note, we wanted to get the coke for torches, that's right, and then we wanted to follow the quest book, we wanted to plant some things, and Tinker's Tools will happen eventually with the quest book. Let's remove some of these death thingies, and then let's turn this back on because this is where we need to go get the coke. So it's a little bit northeast here. And this coke will allow us to make some initial torches, which will be very helpful. The dentist nicked the side of your tongue? Ooh, that sucks. Okay, is this chest cart gonna do anything for me? I can throw it in the smeltery for molten iron later. I don't think that's worth it. I'm not gonna worry about it. Oops. We need to eat some food. We also have some zinc gravel over here. So I think what I'll do is I'll just change, oops, Control B, change this one to zinc gravel. So that way we remember where it is. Grab some more gardens. So many gardens around here. I love it. Okay, so now we have coal coke, which means I'm not gonna favorite this one because I'm not gonna be using coal coke for torches, but look at this. 40 torches, that feels really good. We can actually light up our home properly. Which, when I say home, small box, I guess we could call it. That's funny. Alright, let's make 2 apple trees. I don't need a bunch. There'll be apples whenever I want them. Alright, plant one here. Oh, that's my house. Alright, let's plant that there. We'll move those eventually. I don't think we're gonna leave them there, but I just want to get things going. Okay, there we go. I'll take some melon slices, which I think we can plant into more melons, right? How does that work? How do melons work in this game? I can smush them into melon seeds, yeah. But I guess it's shaped crafting. Yeah, anything that can't pre-detect, I feel like it should have a really good reason for doing it if that's why it's set up that way, and I certainly don't think this one makes sense, but it's fine. All right, let's plant our melon seeds there. We got some carrots, keep that going. I'll work on a more official farming patch at some point, like down here. Why is this area so dark? Is it like a biome thing? Oh, there's a Thaumcraft node. There's an aura node here. Ooh, I don't know what that means, but I think that's why everything's dark. That's why everything's dark. Cadis, I'm glad to hear that the offhand stuff is resolved so that we can eat food while blocks are in the offhand, I assume is the main thing. The main thing for me that was bothering me is that, like, if we had something like torches in the offhand, we couldn't just eat food. It would place the torch instead. And that's the sort of thing that will make you go crazy. But as long as that's different, then I'm happy. But I haven't updated, so I still can't take advantage of that yet. All right, let's put away the coins. What's next on the old Questorino list here? The bed is done, and I get all of those as rewards. Goals. Gregtech New Horizons is a long and intricate mod pack with massive amounts of custom content and over 3,000 quests to guide you through it. We recommend you set small goals from tier to tier and see how far your journey takes you. The ultimate late game goal is to craft a Stargate or two, but the recipe is outrageous and very few players have ever done so. If you need a big goal for your run, we suggest to aim for something less crazy, like going to the moon if it's your first time playing, or making and automating an assembly line if you've never done so, or the tier 8 rocket, which is the last regular rocket. So for us, the goal is to have fun. But as far as actual progression, I would like to get to the moon. If there's even more challenge needed, there's a no rocket run is somewhat supported. Skyblock, speed running, we're not worrying about hardcore, not doing any of those things. Baked potatoes. I don't think we've found potatoes yet. And we need raspberries for that quest. I need a stack of wood for this quest. I'm so oh, it consumes 10 of them? Weird. I don't think I care about most of the... Oh, this is a checkbox task. I'll get free bone meal. This world is a true hellscape full of special mobs and infernals around every corner. Unlike in vanilla, a player actually has to stay aware. If an infernal has vengeance, don't shoot it with your 56 damage crossbow. High health infernal with regen is really hard to kill. Even worse is if it is a witch that can heal herself, like the one that spawned in our base. Yeah, that was fun. $23.31 0 crops in Stone Age. Yeah, no thanks. Alright, what else? Creepers can have you have a bad time. Drowning creepers surround you in a ball of cobble filled with water, and the cobble is silverfish, and the silverfish are infernal. It's really fun. Ender creepers teleport you. Caught in the web. Some spiders have nasty modifiers. Ghost spiders are really annoying. Mother spiders will spawn a lot of baby spiders on death. Oh boy. The only zombie pigman to watch out for is vampire pigman, but you can use a wooden sword as a stake or have a magical sword. Sweet. Take all the free stuff. And then we need to kill a couple pigs for that quest, and we already have the knife. And then I think that'll pretty much wrap up what we're doing. Let's go get the rest of the wood that we need for that. And then we'll be done with the first quest tab. Nice. Soon I can start using crop sticks. They're really nice. Even the level 1 trees are just really nice on crop sticks. It's so much easier to handle. The problem is you need irrigation, and the crop sticks aren't exactly cheap. Crop sticks, they're just called crop. That's right. Or crops. Crop. There it is. It's 4 long sticks each, and a long stick is... Oh, we actually need tools for it? For some reason I thought we could just make it, but yeah. We need a file and a saw, and then we can start making our first crops. Okay, so let's grab the extra berry doodads that we have. We've got a lot. I'm thinking 5 is going to be enough. Break all those. Nom nom nom. And then make another bowl. So we control scroll up on that. Shift C. And now I can do... How did that work? Oh, whatever. We've got that one. Blueberry, raspberry, blackberry, strawberry makes 2 berry medleys. Quest? Oh, it's stuck behind the raspberries. Okay, let's go on a raspberry hunt. Yeah, that does look like berries. I don't think I think we already saw these ones. Aren't these blueberries over here? No, I see red. Aha! Perfect. Perfect. Alright, so we'll pick all these up. Start a raspberry bush farm. Got the quest done. Wait, what is that? Whoa! Mind blown. So I changed my hotkey for making a chapter marker in OBS to Alt 3 on the numpad, just so I have something easy to press that doesn't make me crouch. And just now, while doing that, I noticed like items were popping up, and I was like, those are the items above that in the inventory. And if you scroll the scroll wheel while you're holding Alt, you can switch what's in that slot. What? That's so nice. So you can put like all your building blocks in one slot and easily switch them without even opening your inventory. Granted, I don't know if it's faster than just opening your inventory, but that's so cool. That's super dope. And we'll plant our raspberry bush. Do 5 there, 5 there. Put away all the different bushes and such. We also have mallowberry and blackberry bushes now. So I should plant those. We'll get that done. Bone meal, feather, string, gunpowder. Pork chops we need to cook. And just about time to sleep here. Hey, Kawa, thank you very much. Glad you've enjoyed them. And I guess that's not a W. That's a Russian character. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it looks like a W. All right. Now, planting these guys. I really need a lot more space out here. I don't know what to do other than just basic shoveling. Let's get mallowberry. And blackberry. Okay, so now we'll have all sorts of berry bushes we can come to once in a while. If you trash a cookie because you've eaten a cookie, that means you haven't had a good cookie. That's a true fact. Okay, so the Stone Age. Where do we begin? You should probably have a home by now. A steady supply of food is a fundamental requirement. Take this journal to keep track of the things you've eaten. You'll have to travel far in this tier. Better be prepared. Nice. So now we get a lunch bag. And that means we can put food into it, which is kind of nice. And then you can eat directly from the lunch bag by holding sneak. Or no, if it's open, you'll eat directly from it. The annoying part, though, is it like... It doesn't... It's hard to describe. It doesn't eat like 7, 7, 7 in a... Like, if you had full stacks of 3 types of food, it would just keep eating... Well, I actually don't know that. Maybe I'm wrong. We should test it. So let's take some raspberries and fruit salad. So, like, here... It should... Or does it just eat the best thing? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how it determines what it's eating. Because it was just eating the cooked mutton there. But once it starts reducing in nutritional value, I'm not sure if it starts cycling around or not. I guess we'll find out. We'll find out. Okay, I did want to go get more carrots. There are no more carrots. All right, we shall wait for more carrots. In that case, let's begin the Stone Age quest book. We really want to work towards the Tinker's Tools here. We'll work on that other stuff later. So basic prospecting. Most things are unavailable at the moment, so let's begin with something simple. Take some of your cobblestone and smelt it into regular stone. Since this mod pack is evil, you'll need to use wood for that. How much fun is that? All right, so we need to do some classic stone smelting. We already have some stone, so let's grab that. And we'll smelt a half stack here. I'll just put in a stack of oak planks. And while we're waiting, I'll just mine some more cobble. Yeah, why don't we grab a couple shovels? Might even do one more. So we've got some extra shovels. And then I probably want one more pickaxe. I think a single sword is good enough. I don't need a mallet with me. So we're gonna go on a little clay finding journey here. And gravel. Clay and gravel. Food-wise, I probably don't have enough right now, actually. So what else can we grab? I'll grab some berries here. That should be enough. Yeah, Tinker's is within range. We're working on Tinker's right now. That's what this quest line is about. This is a not enough items guide. More food, more hearts. Okay, why don't we actually read these? So, food is great, right? But what's even greater is eating tons of it. You get 1 point for every half shank of hunger, and after 50 points, you get 1 extra heart. So that's why we make all the food types. There are some commands. You can look at the food list, yada yada. Let's get some fried chicken. And then this one wants me to gather a bunch of gravel. I almost called it gravel, a bunch of gravel. Sand the gathering. Where's magic the gathering? Clay the gathering, gravel the gathering. Okay, so we need a gravel, gather gravel. Not enough items, more like too many items. You can type at the bottom. You can highlight any matching items in your inventory. You can search nearby inventories. You can look for machines in the world. An extra fancy bookmark feature. You can bookmark entire recipes with Shift A, which will then use your favorites to make the whole crafting chain. If you bookmark the favorite itself, yada yada. Pressing 0 will hide any eye. Wait, what? I didn't know that. Other people go on soul searching, I go on gravel searching. 0 does not seem to be hiding it. Maybe that's because 0 is being used by Wyla. I don't know. Any eye is more powerful than you can imagine. Clicking LB or pressing R shows the recipes. Right mouse button or U, I rebound that to T, shows recipes that use the item. Hold shift to stop the or dictionary cycling through items, and you can scroll it. At Thaumcraft would list all Thaumcraft items. You can combine anything. There are even more advanced features. Oh, was that an O, not a 0? You might be right. Any eye is even more powerful now. Now it automatically collapses items to make browsing much faster. You can alt left click to collapse or uncollapse. Also, any eye now has JEI-like advanced search. Search by ID, search by OR dictionary, search by subsets. Logical or multi-item search. Logical not, exclude items. Multiple words wrapped in quotes. Wow. All right, so you can get really fancy with it. Oh yeah, O just does hide the NEI. Just like O on the keyboard. All right, we gotta sleep. But not before we eat fried chicken right before going to bed. Yum. Should be enough stone. Basic processing complete. Perfect. I mean, I'll just take a chisel. I don't know if I'm gonna use it yet. Yes, I have another announcement to make, everyone, which is that some of the people over in the Cridania server have started a new run for gtnh. So if you're looking to play gtnh with some awesome peeps, you can join the Cridania Discord. There's links in my About section and in the description of everything. And there's a community server channel, and you can head over there and play Gregtech with some great people. So you should go check that out if you're interested. All right, look at all that clay. So then we can make raspberry juice with this. No. Soft mallet is gonna need to be. So Shift A, look at that. Alt click that, and now we can just make soft mallets for days. That's so cool. This is such a nice feature. I'm just in love. So I can just grab my oak planks. Boom, soft mallet. Might as well make two. Boom. It's just so easy. Oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. All right. I don't love that. For now, I'm just not gonna use the hotbar until I get that update that makes it less annoying. All right, drink some raspberry juice. Where do I put the chisel? We'll need a spot for stuff like that. For now, I'll just put it in here. And lunch bag. Let's throw in cooked pork chops there. These raspberries. What's the fruit salad again? You get the bowls back when you eat those? I don't think you do. Or maybe you do. We'll find out. It's kind of annoying to have the bowls floating around. Okay, so we completed the clay quest, and that's gonna get us... I mean, I could do a bacon sandwich just to get more hearts out of it. Loot bag, though, probably gets me more hearts, too. So, next is unfired clay buckets, which is just a bunch of clay dust. And clay dust is just mortared, I think, clay. But first we have to shape it into a clay brick. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. I think that's right. So we have to make entire blocks of clay. No, because then that means we need... No, I'm missing something. Because if we need the bucket to make the bucket, something's backwards. The clay... What can clay be turned into? Maybe I should look on this list. Oh, you can just mortar the clay for a small pile. There you go. Okay, so that's the play. That's the play there. So then what we'll do is we'll make sure we have enough gravel in our inventory. Some clay and some stone. We'll grab the mortars that we've already got. Let's put away this stuff. And now... How do I want to do this? So for an unfired bucket, we need to first favorite this recipe. And then the small pile, we need to favorite that recipe. And then we should be able to go back, Shift A on this, and now, with any amount of luck, we can make a bucket with a single click. Ha 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 ha! We've got the power! No, I can't make more. Why can't it? Oh, because it's only making up to one. It apparently uses the first mortar in the list, I think, is how that's working. So, top left. Yeah. Oh, that's so nice. This is so nice! Oh my goodness, I love it! Alright. We're having fun here. So we'll get those fired, and then we'll get some buckets. Sweet. And then, oh yeah, we want more mortars and pestle. Done. Totally done. Wow. That's great. Okay, let's make a bunch of raspberry juice here. Wow, I can only do 16 before breaking. That's not very many. But it's something. And now we have a lot in there. Throw that. Oh, I did want to find out about the berries in specific. Oops. If they are the berries medley, does it give me the bowl back? We'll find out soon. Okay, so we've got a bucket. Something to carry liquids. Alright, we're already reaping the benefits of our cotton plants. And then these turn into string. I think we need in the regular, I think it's 3. Yeah, 3 turns into a string. And then that's 15. 19 then creates a woven cotton. And then a woven cotton plus 4 more strings. So that's 19 plus 12. So a total of 31 of it plus 4 leather can get you a bound leather, which then you can tan on a rack to get tanned leather. So that's a whole path that I'm sure shows up in the quest book, probably right here. Yeah, so we'll be doing that soon. For now, we need to work on wood pulp and paper, and wood pulp is just macerated logs. So let's do some tree chopping. All right, so then we place this down somewhere, and then we grab some water. And then I should be able to not do this. So Shift A. There we go. And now it's not working anymore? Oh, because I have 2 paper. There we go. Oh, yeah. There it is. And kabooyah. What am I out of? Am I out of wood? I have 10 paper. There we go. I can only make 8 at a time, so I should actually... And now we're out of wood. Sweet! Oh, that is so handy. Quest complete, book parts. So, that quest gives us a single blank pattern. We'll need a lot more of those. Sustainable paper, paper bark sapling. I don't... Do we want that? I don't... Maybe it's worth it. But I need a jungle sapling, which I can purchase with my forest ranger coins if I want to. Okay, that's probably enough. This stuff makes cotton very quickly, as you've seen. Pathway between home farming and the water. Yes, that is also on the list of things we need to do. It's like in Stardew Valley when you start out and your home area is a mess. It's like really satisfying to clean it all up. I'm excited for our version of that. Okay, put away some stuff here. What do I actually need right now? We've got some more mortars. I guess I just need to chop trees if I want more patterns. And let me mine a little bit further back here, so we can fit some more chests. Will be nice. And I believe I have some chests, so I'll get those placed. All right. I didn't really have a great plan for what I'm gonna do with these. I was feeling like I should put like the paper or patterns in there. This one will be reserved for blocks, I think. And block adjacent materials. And then we can put stuff like patterns and cauldrons and random stuff we need to make stuff in here. Okay. So let me chop some more trees. Is it nighttime yet? Days go so fast. I would say I don't love how short a day is in gtnh. It's kind of annoying to me how often you need to sleep. When did they add that you can right-click on grass? I don't think I can right-click on grass to do anything with it. They definitely haven't added it yet. I just switched to the old hand lawnmower and go for it. The shovel? Oh. Whoa! What? The heck? Is that new? That's gotta be new. It is new. Et Futurum Requiem is a new mod. Wow. The pathoning begins. Drink some juice. Okay. So, next on the list, let's get paper bark saplings going. It's not like I need the other 5 for something right now. So we're gonna do our first coin turn in. Coins, vanilla saplings. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, I have to choose. I thought I was gonna get all of them. Jungle sapling. Claim that, and then we grab a single sheet of paper. Now, I assume, I guess I'll grab 2. I assume that you can cut down paperbark trees to get more paperbark saplings, or at least to get jungle saplings. I hope that's how that works. If paperbark trees give me like oak saplings, I'm gonna be so mad. That would be so dumb. But yeah, let's plant these over here. Cut this guy down. Alright, so we'll get some potatoes growing down here. Oh, we got some haste. That's speed. And there goes the hoe. Alright. That's all we get for now. And then how many logs do I have in backup? Do we even have much? No, we really need more. Okay, tree chopping it is. And then what was I gonna do? I already forgot. Oh yeah, we're just working on the Tinker's things. Why don't we cash in a couple of these loot bags? Loot bag. Ooh, 64 salt, 8 bone meal, and 4 bread. Interesting. Where should I put the bone meal? I guess in there. The bread is nice. And then I can literally slice it to get sliced bread. And then I think you can put sliced bread, yeah, with a pork chop to make a bacon sandwich. So I'll keep 1 baguette for eating. And I have no pork chops. We gotta go find some bacon. Here, bacon, 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 bacon. Is there any bacon on wheels nearby? Here we go. See some on the mini-map. This is weird. Yeah, I think the knife is like a bad weapon. At least it cooks it for me. Get out of here. Yeah, it might be the same as the butcher's knife. Definitely makes it a bad thing to use as a weapon. All right, wait, what quest did I get? Kill pigs 5. Knife 1. Perfect. Soon we'll have baked potatoes done. And then we got our paper bar. Ooh, lime, chestnut, or banana. Well, we already have... Wonder which one's harder to find out in the world. I'll grab lime. What the? Where did you come from? Okay, bacon sandwich. Bacon sandwich. Ta-da! Yeah. Actual saturation for the first time. Feels good. I'm just gonna grab 2 of these and I'll let that one keep spreading. Since I can. We're gonna need another chest here in a minute for all these various things. Oh yeah, I mean, it's almost full. Let's get the lime sapling planted. Let's get the pork chops cooked. Put the lime sapling right there. What is your problem, dude? Killed those things. And time to make tinker stuff. So we'll grab our paper, we'll grab the pattern. We've got a bunch of oak logs. And I think I'll use the dark oak logs, oops, to make just a bunch of sticks. So that we have that. And I don't remember if we need a mallet, but just in case we do. Okay, and now one easy way to do these quests is you click on these 4 in a row. And the reason I did that is now I have access to all 4 right here in the recent bar. So then I can easily just kind of put these things together. Okay, we do need some of that cotton. Yep. And then we've got 15 string. Didn't we already have some string? Yeah, we got string. And then oak barricade, 2 of those. And that gets us a part builder. Pattern chest. I'll make 4 blank patterns for now. And then I have chests somewhere. There we go. There's a pattern chest. Then we need the tool station, which needs another crafting chest, which needs some gravel, which will make flint. Which is now much cheaper. Crafting table. All right, tool station done. And then finally, the stencil table needs fences, which need a few planks. I guess I can do this myself. We need those. Guess we need a few more sticks. Distribute. I don't remember that balance grid button being there, but maybe that's just because I didn't use normal crafting tables very often. Stencil table needs 3 sticks as well. Of course it does. And bada bing, bada boom. Tinker time. Nice. All right, so that opens up the quest book to your first bow, a forming press, your first flint throwing knife. I don't think we'll be doing that. Your first flint sword, I will be doing that. Cow tipping to get a bunch of leather, that will be important. But yeah, let's do this first quest here. When your first tinker's tables are ready, you can craft your first real tool. If you didn't find a village yet to grab some parts from the chest, you can only craft flint tools. Let's start with a pickaxe, an axe, and a shovel. Keep in mind, most of the original tool parts from Tycon are not shown in NEI. That doesn't mean you can't craft them. Use the tooltips on patterns and molds as guidance. Your new tools are weak at first, but the more you use them, the better they'll get. You get a modifier slot after some levels, needing more as you level it up. It will level up to 99 if you play long enough with 20 modifier slots. Tool parts can be replaced for a bit of level XP, but the tool must be fully repaired. And you need to level up the mining level each time you replace the parts to unleash the full power of the pickaxe. So if you manage to get a zombie, skeleton, or creeper head, you can use it to skip the level up process. This doesn't use up a modifier level, but does change the look until you change the pickaxe part out. Interesting. You can also use a paper binding to add an extra modifier, but you'll also get modifiers with tool levels. Okay, so we need to craft some pattern. Oh, we need to go to bed. Okay, and then we'll make one more pattern here. And let's expand our little area. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the stencil table is what turns blank patterns into actual patterns. So what we want is the pickaxe head, axe head, tool binding, and shovel head. Shovel head, pickaxe head, tool binding, and axe head. Boom. So that's done. Now we need 3 flint and some planks. We got both. So then in the part builder, you can be like, I want a shovel head made of wood. I don't think it'll let you do that because you can already make wood tools, but that's how you would do it anyway. So flint shovel head. And then we can do, you can't do flint binding. How does that work? You hold shift for materials. Wood, stone, cactus, obsidian, netherrack, slime paper, blue slime, thaumium, and magical wooden. So wood binding for now is fine. I think you can, yeah, use a stick to get the other one. If we need, I don't even know if we need 2. And then axe head from flint, and then a pickaxe head. Oh yeah, Tinker's tools, baby. Okay, so that's done. I need 1 more stick. How dare I stop before sticks are done? Okay, and then we put them all together in the tool station. Is that right? Yeah. Pickaxe head, stick, binding. Oh, right. Sorry. You can select the button over here and it will tell you like what you need to make it. The mattock. Mattock? I wonder what the mattock can do that the shovel can't. Hatchet. Yeah, we just want basic pickaxe. Here. And then we need the basic axe, or basic shovel. And then we need the basic axe. Hatchet. The mattock can also till dirt. Interesting. So then it can't do pathing like the shovel can? Okay. And there we have it. Our first Tinker's tools. I'll just take the blank patterns. That's way more valuable, I think, than a random crappy loot bag. I've got... Okay, and now it's not... Okay. Now I'm really lost. So maybe it's not totally a lie? So what is the quest book telling me to do? Oh, a wide guard. Okay, sorry. I guess a wide guard can be made out of bone. That's, again, like, why do we need it? Why can't, I don't know. That's just annoying. At least the tooltip's correct. That makes me feel slightly better. But it's annoying that, like, a wide guard can be made out of bone, but a hand guard can't be. What is the actual, oops. What is the actual reason for that? That would be a gameplay reason that's reasonable. I can't think of one. That doesn't mean there isn't one, to be fair, but I can't think of one. It just seems kind of unreasonable and silly to me. Okay, are you gonna make me... There we go. Yay! Quest. I think we actually need the tool station. Is that right? Yeah. So that probably means we're gonna start carrying flint around. And a tool station needs to be carried around as well. So that we can repair things. Oh, they gave me an iron knife? I missed that. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, we've made some good quest book progress. We're kind of starting to get towards like actual, you know, the game is starting to begin, right? Because once you finally start getting bronze, then you can actually make machines. And that's kind of when the game starts to feel like Gregtech, you know? I love this stage though, and we're gonna be in this stage for a little bit longer because I think we're gonna prettify the base a little bit. We're gonna dig out a little bit more of a real room. We're gonna make a little bit more of a farming area that looks correct. We'll clean all this up and make it terraced and stuff. For now, let's chop some more oak trees here. Oh yeah, that's so much faster. Yeah, John, exactly. I always used to carry a tool station, plus repair ingots for my tinker's tools. There's one way up there. Can I get to it? Maybe? Yes. And then at some point we'll have to find redstone, and you can use the redstone to enchant your tinker's tools with haste. And then it's also a thing now, I guess, to put fortune on your pickaxe, because now we have the different kinds of ores. The way the mining works, you're not mining the block itself, you're mining the like small, or whatever it's called, the raw ores. And so that works with fortune, which makes a big difference. All right, sweet. Let's maybe go kill some cows so we can get that quest done. What's the time? 3 p.m. Time to go cow tipping. Oh, one shot. Nice. Hey, we got the Minecraft achievement, but we have to kill more than that for the gtnh achievement. Still no cows. This is weird. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. We found ourselves a canyon biome. Look at all that hardened clay. What you're staring at right now is aluminum. Well, it's pre-aluminum. Oh, and you know what? We're here. We might as well mine this. We'll need it eventually. Sweet. We'll have to check that out soon, but I'm not gonna do that right now. Right now, I'm just on a mission for cows. And then we'll probably have to be done with the stream. Might do a couple housekeeping things. Because that is the kind of thing I would do. Try to clean up everything, put away my torches, then go out on a long journey where I need torches. Okay, we will work on actually domesticating mobs eventually, but for now I just needed some starting leather and stuff. Uh-oh. Better go faster. Oh, it's getting dark. Oh no. It's getting very dark. I cannot see. All right. Hopefully. Okay, that's enough to get me home, I think. I needed to turn around a little bit sooner. Okay, well, we see the light from home. can we get all the way there? Different question. Ah! I've been lit on fire by an unknown force. Just get home. Ignore everything. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Close the door. Get in. Sleep. Okay. We made it. Perfect. Never didn't have it. Alright. No big deal. You know what I really wish is the button that a lot of games are adding where it adds everything into the inventory that's already in the inventory. So like if there are already berries in there, it would add those. I got really used to that playing, what's the game called? Pal World. It was very nice. You'd think it'd be map, but no, it's J for journey map. Anyway, let's see. So if I do this, it highlights the containers it checked. Okay, so it won't move things that aren't stacked. Well, will it move something that is already in there but is fully stacked? Yes. So maybe it only moves stackable items, because otherwise it would move the mallet. But it doesn't. So it must not move single stack items. Because we already have a mallet in here. Or maybe it's because the durability doesn't match. What about the mortar? Does it move the mortar? Oh, it does. Oh. Okay, so that's a potential annoyance with that it might move something we don't want moved, but it's good to know how that works so we can work around it, you know, make it work for us. And let's cook some more meats here. Alright, get rid of all these. Sweet. Alright, well, I think this is a perfect ending point. For those of you from the future edited YouTube, as always, let me know what you think about the editing. Let me know what you think about the series. I'm having a ton of fun. I'm excited to keep Gregging along as we go. Stream schedule wise, I'm still kind of figuring out my normal like cadence for everything. I don't know how many streams there will be per week. It'll probably be 2 to 3. And I will try to always announce them on the Cridania Discord beforehand. So head over to the Cridania Discord. There's a link in the description and everything. And that will be the best place to kind of know when I'm gonna stream. Otherwise, you know, it'll just be around the same times that I have been streaming, but I don't always know which days it'll be on. So definitely check out the Discord. It's a fun place to hang out. And if you'd like to support me making these videos financially, well, one of the ways to do it is you're already doing it. You're just showing up. But another way to do it is through Patreon, and that's patreon.com/Krydax. You can head over there and find anything you're looking for in terms of all the different tiers. Also, thank you for the follow button. But yeah, don't feel obligated to support me, but I do appreciate my patrons very much. And with that, I think we'll call it a YouTube episode. So thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you in the next one.